Channing Frye, Rob G, we have sound. Ryan, I want you to hear this, saying basically that if LeBron can't score 25 or 28 points or whatever a game in the playoffs, he should probably retire because LeBron averaged 23, and you saw it when you asked him to be that guy when there's no Anthony Davis. He wasn't able to get to that level to be able to lead a team, but here's Channing Frye.
If LeBron is averaging less than 25 points a game, right, which he's been averaging, I think he should retire. That's a crazy thing for me to say. But if he leaves the game averaging 25 points a game, right, if he says, and also I'm going to, add another level on this, who are the Lakers bringing in or trading for that can put him over the top?
Please, I need you to comment on this one.
Well, Channing is looking at it from a numbers standpoint. He's also looking at it and questioning the front office of the Lakers, which he should. But there's no way on God's green earth that we can see LeBron, Raymond James, retiring because he didn't average 25 points per game. And Rob, I sent it over. I'm not sure if any of you had seen it, but LeBron James just posted a clip from Gladiator, and he put the world on notice. Even though he's out of the playoff, he put him on notice. And Rob, he said that he will be back. The Lakers are not done. We have not seen the last of King James. So maybe he saw what Channing Frye had to say, his former teammate, his guy.
Let's bring in Rob G. Rob, you got more details on this.
Yeah.
What was this, on Instagram?
It was on Instagram, and Ryan did a good job explaining it, but here's exactly what he put. He put a video clip from the movie Gladiator where he says, I will have my vengeance in this day or the next, with the caption underneath it, I promise you I will, in all caps. Count me out if you want to. Hashtag man in the arena. Hashtag the kid from Akron.
Sounds kind of lame to me. What
Rob!
I'm just, Ryan. Dude, it's just, why? After all he's accomplished, he's a great player. He doesn't have to prove anything to anybody, does he? Really, Ryan?
Hey, Rob,
what?
let me ask this.
You got knocked out of the playoffs. Your big guy was hurt. Dude, you won a championship last year. You just go out quietly. Just fade out. Work on it yourself. You don't have to tell anybody. You don't have to send out lame videos and video clips. Just let your resume speak for itself. LeBron is still, to this day, I just don't get it. Ryan, after all he's accomplished, he still feels like he has to prove something.
Let me
How
tell
can
you,
you consider yourself the GOAT if you have to prove something to somebody?
Let me tell you something, Rob. If Michael Jordan played in 2021, he would have an Instagram page.
He wouldn't be doing that.
He would have an Instagram page.
I'm not saying where
he would be adamant, and I don't think there'd be a huge difference between LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan just didn't have social media, man.
But he didn't talk about himself like that. Even he could have done all that when he was winning, going 6-0. He could have boasted and bragged and said all that. That wasn't him.
Hold on, Rob. I'm sure you've been in the vicinity of Michael or around Michael. Michael ain't afraid to tell you how good that Michael is. Come on, Rob. No.
I get that, but I'm talking about that just wasn't a part. He just did it. I just don't understand, like you got knocked out. You didn't just win the championship and you're barking and telling people how great you are. You don't have to tell, I promise you I'm going to be back. Nobody's saying LeBron's going anywhere. Who's saying LeBron's going anywhere? Or he won't be back next year when those guys are healthy.
We just heard Channing Frye say that. You said who said it? That's our segment.
No, but he's talking about retiring because he's not averaging 25. Is that really the conversation?
Listen.
I'm not buying that at all.
The one thing, and it is a fair.
LeBron ain't going anywhere.
Okay.
I mean, he needs Anthony Davis. That's why they made the deal and traded away all those young players to go get him. Because LeBron, when he got here, that first year, what happened? Right? With the young guys. They didn't make the playoffs.
They didn't make the playoffs, yeah. But Rob
ain't crazy.
Rob, am I crazy to think that, and we had to see this, there is a fear that we will watch LeBron James' demise The same way we watch Michael Jordan on the Wizards.
Yep.
And
Who didn't
Kobe
make
Bryant,
the playoffs his last 2 years.
And
right.
Kobe Bryant, and we can thank Brendan Haywood for that. Shout out my co-host on the 7 Footers podcast. But and Kobe Bryant, who I don't want to say stunk things up in L.A., but he won Kobe. Like, is there a fear that we'll watch that from
LeBron? They didn't make the playoffs
LeBron?
his last 4 year, right?
No.
4 years, right.
Is there a fear? Does Channing Frye have a point that we may see that?
Yeah, but you got to get there first. You know what I mean? Like if LeBron's going to play the next 2 years. Now, if they don't make the playoffs with Anthony Davis and him, something's wrong, okay? Then yeah, I'm with you. I'm with Channing Frye that he needs to reevaluate it. But this ain't like I just can't believe that'll be the case, with an AD. AD was hurt, right?
Yeah, but Rob, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. How do we not know? How do we know Anthony Davis is going to be healthy? How do we know we're going to see it again?
I'm not going to argue with you from the standpoint that last year might have been the anomaly, right? Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Because he has missed. Go look at his record and how many games he's missed. And remember, New Orleans wasn't making the playoffs all the time. So there's a lot of you can look at and say, yeah, I mean, AD's MO, Ryan, is that he gets hurt.
Yeah.
It just is.
And I don't mind, and I'm sure nor does the front office, that Anthony Davis would miss games. But the tough part where everybody's up in arms, and now he's missed playoff games. So the only reason that you play the game, you load manage, that Anthony Davis was set out an extreme amount of time this season, he missed darn near the entire season, was so that he could be ready for the playoffs. And Rob, am I mistaken that you wouldn't be a little upset? Fire the training staff, try to figure things out. How's he not ready for the play? He sat out the entire year.
No, I get it.
And I'm not player to player. I'm not questioning his injury. Don't take that wrong. But I'm saying these are the internal discussions that happen in the front office when you lose a championship. Somebody got to go.
Well, I think their hands are tied for the most part because they just don't have the space. They had it. Remember when they offered it Kawhi?
No.
Remember that?
Open your eyes up, Rob. It don't got to be a player. It might be a coach. It might be the train. Unfortunately, when you lose, somebody has to be the scapegoat. Rob, you've covered leagues longer than I have, right?
35 years, absolutely.
Right?
No, you're right. I mean, trust me, they're not happy that they got knocked out in the first round. I don't care what the situation, because you remember people were dancing in the streets in L.A. after Game 3. Am I right? Oh, they took control of the series. They got a clear path to the finals. You remember all that?
Yeah.
I didn't even mention it. David Vassay, who covers the Dodgers for AM 570 here in Los Angeles, after that Game 3, Ryan, bet me $200 pair of Jordans that he had the Lakers and I had the feel for them to repeat as champs.
Oh,
can you believe that?
Oh, which ones are you getting, Rob? Only 200?
Yeah, 200 max. Come on, man. We ain't no ball players. You know what I mean? He got a wife and kids. I'm not trying to do that to him. But he paid up today. I got the 200.
Shout out Vassay.
I got to go figure it out. David Vassay came through, but that's what people were thinking, right, after Game 3. So for them to go from euphoria that they were going to make it to, being out of it and getting knocked out in the first round, you're right. Someone's going to pay the price. Is it Schroeder? You know what I mean? Not getting a deal and them taking it out on him because he didn't play well. With Laker fans, that you're from Pasadena, you're from the LA area. Laker fans, if they re-signed Schroeder, I don't think they'd be happy with that after his performance. Am I right? It wouldn't feel right.
If you're telling me that doesn't mean anything, just go and ask Dwight Howard.
Right.
Listen, Dwight Howard was a fine basketball player. He had a broken back. He was coming off a broken back. And when he got to L.A., and I'm not saying it's just over for Schroeder forever, but hey, Rob, he had some making up to do, and he did an excellent job. But, Rob, how long do you think it took until fans opened up to Dwight Howard?
No, you're right.
Fans.
And if you remember to this day, when Dwight left L.A., you remember this, Ryan, and I know him and Kobe didn't get along, but He left $30 million on the table. You remember that. By going to Houston, he lost that. $30 million. How many guys could do that?
Not too many. Not this guy right here.
Ryan
Hollins would have been right there.
I would have been like, I guess I'm staying with LA, and Kobe's going to have to yell at me, but I'm getting that $30 million.